everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Myra Cologne, also known as Concrete Rose on all my social media accounts. Today I'll be showing you a look I recently did and how I did it. So this picture is a picture of me without any makeup on, and I carved my brows with the Louise Base and the crown brush. Just to let you know, I do my brows off camera because it takes me forever. So as you can see, I started a little lower with my base because I did not want to put all the base I had on my brush directly into my eyebrow. I usually put some a little lower and then start bringing it on upwards. And I just take my time very slowly to do this process. You don't want any base or concealer, if you use concealer instead, to get into your brow hairs or into your brow. And after that carving is done, I go back with my brush and whatever else is left on it and put the rest of the base over my eyelid. Next, I'm gonna go with my Urban Decay foundation in the shade 7.0 and carve out the top of my brow with a crown brush as well. And I did the same thing. I went a little higher with the brush because I didn't want to get any foundation into my eyebrow hairs, and I just slowly brought it down to carve out the rest of the brow. And just take your time. This is a patient process. You want those fleeky brows. You want to make sure your brows are extra fleeky. And after I'm done carving out the top of my brow, I usually just spread the rest of the foundation out and blend it in so it doesn't dry like a mask on my face while I'm doing my eyeshadow. And that way, whenever I do get ready to put my foundation on, it's already blended. Next, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Brow Freak Clear Gel to set my brows. Control Freak, I'm sorry. After this, I'm going to be going back with a little more Louise Base, and I'm going to set it so that I can put my transition shade. And you want to make sure you blend the edges of that base / concealer. Now I'm going to be using the color Cobbler from the Crayon Case's Watch Me Blush palette as my transition shade with my NYX Cosmetics brush. And I'm going to first pat that on to get the color saturated in there, and then I'm going to blend it out. And then next I'm going to be using the Box of Crayons palette, also from the Crayon Case, in the shade Brown. And I'm going to apply that shade right underneath the Cobbler shade I just put down. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to blend that in a little bit, but also I'm going to pat some in there. And then after this, I'm going to go back to the Watch Me Blush palette from the Crayon Case and use the color Cocoa. And just to let you know, I like to go from big brush to smaller brush when I'm doing all these different shades. Then I'm going to be using the MAC Kohl pencil in Feline to line my waterline. And sorry you guys, I thought I pressed record, but I did not for the eyeshadow part. So here's the look afterwards. And then I just put this little clip on here to let you know to make sure that eyelash glue is tacky and dry before you put your lashes on, because that is the biggest mistake a lot of people, including myself, make when putting on lashes. You don't make sure that it's dry enough, so you blink and whoop, your eyelash is in your eyebrow. So here I'm applying my foundation. I use that same crown brush that I did to carve the upper part of my brows to put the foundation on the face, and then I am going in with my Real Techniques blender to blend that out. And when they say beat your face, this is what they mean when you beat your face. You got to pat, 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 pat. And get all in that neck and them ears. Do not forget your neck and your ears. And as you can see, when I go to blend under my eye, I always look up. No matter if it's foundation, concealer, whatever, I always make sure I look up. And next, I'm going to be using my Instant Age Rewind Maybelline Concealer in the shade Sand to highlight my under eye, my bridge of my nose, my chin, and my Cupid's bow. This concealer is amazing for under eyes. It does not crease, it's blendable, it's just awesome. And just make sure you go in with that blender and blend all of that concealer away. I like to make sure I use the side that I blended my foundation with to blend out the edges of the concealer, especially the ones on the cheekbone. So as you can see, I'm looking up right here to blend underneath that eye and getting the creases. And I'm using the side that I blended my foundation with to blend out those edges. Next, I'm going to be using the chalk dust from the Crayon Case as well in the color O to set my highlighted areas. And I'm also using my Real Techniques setting brush to help set those areas. Next, I will be using my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in medium dark to set the rest of my face. And I like to pat on my face in circular motion to blend my jawline on down. And after I feel that my face is set good enough, I use this same brush to dust off my setting powder. And if need be, I usually add a little bit more skin finish on the brush to dust off the setting powder. But this chalk dust is so amazing, it just comes off flawlessly and leaves your skin looking amazing. And after I'm done dusting off the setting powder, I go in with my bronzer, MAC in Bea Bronze. I am not a big contour person on myself, so usually I'll use a bronzer just to bring some definition back to my face. A little bit of color. And of course, this is a long process, but it's definitely worth it. You don't want your face to look all one tone because most faces are not all one tone. So I'm gonna just draw on those cheekbones because I do not have any cheekbones. And then I'm also gonna bring definition back to my nose by contouring it, but it's more so contouring it with the bronzer. And I'm gonna pat some of that bronzer along my hairline. I'm gonna be cleaning up that cheekbone contour slash bronze with the same setting powder I used to set my highlighted areas. And next I'm gonna be using this old Covergirl blush that my mother gave me a long time ago that I am so in love with to blush up my cheeks. And I tried using this brush as a new technique from a video I saw recently, but I wasn't a fan of using that brush to blush it, so I ended up using the brush that came with the blush. And after this, I'm gonna be going in with my highlighter in the shade Nefertiti from the Juvia's Place. And oh my God, you guys, I just love this highlighter. It's like the favorite most highlighter I have to use on my face. And as you can see, I keep turning because I like to see how the highlighter hits the light when I apply it, so I know how it's gonna hit it for my pictures. I'm just gonna get on top of the cheek and my nose bridge and Cupid's bow. And usually after I highlight, I go back with the brush I use to set my foundation to just smooth it all out, make it blend flawlessly. And sorry, I'm about to sneeze, you guys, because it was a lot of powder. And then after this, I'm going to line my lip, which I have a short video of because I realized after recording my mirror was in the way most of the time. And also I forgot to record putting on my Milani lip gloss that went with my lip liner. But after my lip is done, I like to pat it to blend it out. And then I applied some Mario Badescu Rosewater Setting Spray, and this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Comment anything you would like to see next or that you would like to be improved. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. I hope you all enjoyed. Have a good day.